Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn's love for animals wasn't just a charming quirk. It was a defining part of her life, both on and off the screen. While most people associate her with her iconic roles, few know that she had a deep bond with a baby deer named Pippin, or Ip, as she affectionately called it. During the filming of Green Mansions in the late 1950s, the animal trainer suggested Audrey to take the fawn home to build trust for their scenes together. What followed was a surreal glimpse into her life. Audrey walking through Beverly Hills with a deer trailing behind her as if it were a loyal dog. Ip would sleep in her home, follow her to the grocery store, and even curl up beside her on the couch. Her connection to animals didn't stop there. Audrey was known to rescue stray dogs and cats, often bringing them into her home without hesitation. She once adopted a stray Yorkshire Terrier she found wandering the streets of Rome, naming him Mr. Famous. The dog became a constant companion, even appearing in photo shoots with her. Audrey's love for animals wasn't performative, it was genuine, a reflection of her gentle and empathetic nature. Her life was a testament to the idea that even in the glitz of Hollywood, compassion could shine brighter than diamonds. Rudolph Valentino. Rudolph Valentino, the original Hollywood heartthrob of the silent film era, had a passion for animals that matched his dramatic on-screen persona. While his fans swooned over his smoldering looks, Valentino was busy building a private menagerie at his estate, Falcon Lair. Among his most unusual pets was a cheetah named Zella, a gift from an admirer. Valentino would often walk the cheetah on a leash around his property, creating a spectacle that only added to his mystique. The sight of a Hollywood star strolling with a wild animal was as bold and theatrical as the man himself. But Valentino's love for animals wasn't just about exotic displays. He was deeply attached to his horses, particularly a white Arabian stallion named Jadon. The horse wasn't just a pet. It was a symbol of Valentino's identity, appearing with him in promotional photos and even in his films. Jadon became so famous that after Valentino's untimely death in the late 1920s, the horse was paraded in memorial events as a tribute to the star. Valentino's connection to his animals revealed a softer, more grounded side to the man, who was often seen as larger than life. His pets weren't just accessories, they were extensions of his personality. A glimpse into the private world of a Hollywood legend. Elizabeth Taylor. Elizabeth Taylor's love for animals was as extravagant as the rest of her life. Known for her opulent jewelry and tumultuous romances, she also had a penchant for collecting pets, including some that were far from ordinary. Among her most famous companions was a cockatoo named Casper, who would perch on her shoulder during interviews and public appearances. Casper wasn't just a pet. He was a fixture in her life, often stealing the spotlight with his antics. Taylor's connection to animals went beyond the exotic. She was a devoted dog lover, owning several throughout her life, including a Maltese named Sugar, who was so beloved that Taylor reportedly spent thousands of dollars on the dog's care. But perhaps the most surprising chapter in her animal-loving legacy was her involvement in rescuing and rehabilitating horses. After starring in National Velvet as a teenager, Taylor developed a lifelong passion for equines, often donating to organizations that protected them. Her love for animals wasn't just a hobby, it was a reflection of her larger-than-life personality, a mix of glamour, compassion, and a touch of eccentricity. For Taylor, animals were more than companions, they were part of the family, a constant in a life filled with chaos and fame. Jean Harlow. Jean Harlow, the platinum blonde icon of the early 20th century, was not just a symbol of Hollywood glamour but also a devoted animal lover. Behind the glitz and the carefully curated image, Jean found solace in her pets, particularly her beloved dogs. She was often seen with her Peking geese, a breed that was considered a status symbol at the time. But for Jean, it was far more personal. Her Peking geese, named Choo Choo, was a constant companion, even accompanying her to film sets. What many don't know is that Jean's love for animals extended beyond her own pets. She was known to donate quietly to animal shelters, a rare act of compassion in an era when such causes were not widely publicized. The most surprising detail, however, lies in her relationship with her pets during her final years. As her health began to decline in the late 1930s, Jean reportedly spent more time with her animals than with people, finding comfort in their unconditional love. It's said that she believed animals could sense emotions in ways humans could not, a belief that shaped her deep connection with them. Jean's life may have been cut tragically short, but her legacy as an animal lover remains a lesser-known yet poignant part of her story. Tippi Hedren. Tippi Hedren, the star of Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds, is remembered for her striking beauty and her chilling performance in one of cinema's most iconic thrillers. But her life off-screen was even more extraordinary. In the 1970s, Tippi became the caretaker of a sprawling animal sanctuary, a decision that would change her life forever. It all began with a single lion cub, which she and her family raised in their home. Yes, a lion cub, living among humans, lounging on their furniture, and even sleeping in their beds. This wasn't a publicity stunt, it was the beginning of a lifelong mission. What's even more astonishing is that Tippi's sanctuary eventually grew to house over 100 exotic animals, including tigers, elephants, and cheetahs. She didn't just care for these animals, she fought for their rights. Her experiences inspired her to advocate for stricter laws on exotic animal ownership, a cause that was virtually unheard of at the time. Few people realize that Tippi's work directly influenced legislation, including the Big Cat Public Safety Act, which was passed decades later. Her life is a testament to the idea that one person's passion can spark a movement, even if it begins with something as unconventional as a lion cub in the living room. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall were the epitome of Hollywood's golden couple, their on-screen chemistry matched only by their real-life romance. But what many don't realize is that their love extended beyond each other to their shared passion for animals. The couple was particularly fond of dogs, and their boxer, Harvey, became a fixture in their lives. Harvey wasn't just a pet, he was a part of their family, often seen lounging on the set of Bogart's films or accompanying the couple on their travels. The most intriguing detail, however, is how Harvey played a role in their relationship. It's said that Bogart, known for his tough guy persona, had a softer side that only emerged around his dog. Lauren often joked that Harvey was the only one who could get away with stealing Bogart's spot on the couch. Their love for animals didn't stop with Harvey. The couple was known to support local animal shelters and even adopted stray dogs they encountered during their travels. In a world where Hollywood stars were often seen as untouchable, Bogart and Bacall's devotion to their pets revealed a deeply human side to the legendary duo. Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker, the dazzling performer who broke barriers in the early 20th century, was not only a global icon but also a devoted animal lover. Her love for animals was as extravagant as her stage performances, and her collection of pets was nothing short of extraordinary. Among her most famous companions was a cheetah named Chiquita, who became a symbol of her unique personality. Chiquita wasn't just a pet. The cheetah often accompanied Josephine on stage, wearing a diamond-studded collar that sparkled under the spotlight. The animal's unpredictable behavior added an element of danger to her performances, thrilling audiences and cementing her reputation as a fearless entertainer. What's even more fascinating is how Josephine's love for animals extended beyond Chiquita. Her estate in France, Château de Milande, became a sanctuary for a variety of creatures, including monkeys, parrots, and even a pig. She treated her animals like family, often spending more time with them than with people. This devotion to her pets was a reflection of her larger-than-life personality, and her desire to create a world where all living beings could coexist in harmony. Josephine's bond with her animals was as unconventional as her life, a testament to her refusal to conform to societal norms. Grace Kelly. Grace Kelly, the Hollywood starlet who became Princess of Monaco, was known for her elegance and poise. Yet behind the royal titles and couture gowns was a woman with a deep affection for animals. Grace's love for her pets was evident in her daily life, and she was rarely seen without her poodle, Oliver. Oliver wasn't just a pet. He was a constant companion, even accompanying Grace on official royal duties. Her bond with Oliver was so strong that she reportedly had a custom-made collar designed for him, encrusted with jewels befitting a royal pet. What's less known is Grace's role in animal conservation. As Princess of Monaco, she used her influence to support wildlife preservation efforts, particularly in the Mediterranean region. She was instrumental in establishing protected areas for marine life, a cause that was ahead of its time. Grace's love for animals wasn't limited to her own pets. It extended to a broader commitment to protecting the natural world. Her actions revealed a side of her that was rarely seen by the public, a woman who used her position not just for glamour, but for meaningful change. Clara Bow. Clara Bow, the original it girl of the silent film era, was as passionate about animals as she was about her career. Her love for dogs was well documented, and she was often photographed with her beloved terriers. Clara's connection to her pets went beyond companionship. She reportedly believed that animals could sense emotions in ways humans could not. This belief led her to adopt several stray dogs, giving them a home in her lavish Beverly Hills mansion. One of the most surprising aspects of Clara's life was the extent to which she pampered her pets. She was known to throw elaborate parties for her dogs, complete with custom-made treats and decorations. Clara's devotion to her animals was so intense that she once delayed a film shoot because one of her dogs was unwell. Her love for animals wasn't just a personal passion, it was a defining part of her identity. In an industry that often demanded perfection and sacrifice, Clara's bond with her pets revealed a softer, more vulnerable side to the glamorous star. Basil Rathbone. Basil Rathbone, the man who brought Sherlock Holmes to life with chilling precision, had a private world far removed from the cold, calculating characters he portrayed. His love for animals was not just a passing affection, but a defining part of his personal life. At the center of this devotion was his dachshund, Moritz, a spirited and mischievous companion who was as much a part of Rathbone's household as any family member. Moritz was known for his antics, often stealing the spotlight at gatherings and even causing minor chaos on film sets when Rathbone insisted on bringing him along. What many don't know is that Rathbone's connection to animals extended beyond his beloved dog. His home was a sanctuary for a variety of pets, including cats and birds, creating a lively and unpredictable environment that contrasted sharply with his meticulously controlled on-screen persona. Rathbone's bond with his animals was so profound that he often spoke of them as if they were collaborators in his life, describing their quirks and personalities with the same detail he brought to his acting roles. Perhaps the most surprising aspect of Rathbone's love for animals was his quiet support for animal welfare causes. In an era when such advocacy was far from mainstream, he used his influence to promote kindness toward animals, a cause he believed reflected the best of human nature. For Rathbone, his pets were more than companions. They were a source of joy, inspiration, and a reminder of life's simpler, purer connections. Hidden behind the sharp intellect and piercing gaze of his most famous roles was a man who found solace in the unconditional love of his animals, a truth that adds depth to the legend of Basil Rathbone. Marlene Dietrich. The enigmatic star of Hollywood's golden age, Marlene was known for her elegance and mystique. Yet behind the glamorous facade was a woman with a deep love for animals. Her devotion to her pets was legendary, and she often traveled with her dogs, treating them with the same care and attention she gave herself. Her most famous companion was a dachshund named Bessie, who was more than just a pet. Bessie was a symbol of her unwavering loyalty and affection. What sets Marlene apart, however, is the extraordinary length she went to for her animals. During World War II, while performing for Allied troops, she reportedly smuggled Bessie across war-torn Europe. refusing to leave her behind. This act of defiance wasn't just about her love for her dog. It was a testament to her resilience and determination. Marlene's connection to animals extended beyond her personal pets. She was an advocate for animal welfare, quietly supporting organizations that work to protect animals from cruelty. In a world that often demanded perfection and sacrifice, her bond with her pets revealed a softer, more human side to the iconic actress, one that few ever saw. Clark Gable. Clark Gable, the king of Hollywood, was as rugged and charismatic off-screen as he was in his films. But beneath the tough exterior was a man with a profound love for animals, particularly his dogs. Gable's most famous companion was a German shepherd named Prince, who was more than just a pet. Prince was a constant presence in Gable's life, even accompanying him to film sets. Gable's bond with Prince was so strong that he reportedly turned down a film role because it would have required him to be away from his dog for an extended period. The most surprising aspect of Gable's relationship with animals, however, lies in his ranch in California. Gable owned a sprawling property where he raised horses, cattle, and other animals, immersing himself in the simplicity of rural life. This wasn't just a hobby, it was a way for Gable to escape the pressures of Hollywood and reconnect with nature. He was known to spend hours tending to his animals, finding solace in their company. Gable's love for animals wasn't just a private passion, it was a defining part of his character, one that revealed the softer, more grounded side of the legendary actor. Carole Lombard. Carole Lombard, the queen of screwball comedies, was known for her sharp wit and vivacious personality. Yet behind the scenes, she had a softer side, one that was deeply connected to animals. Carole's love for animals was so profound that she often referred to her pets as her fur children. Her most famous companion was a wire-haired fox terrier named Pushface, whose name reflected the dog's unique appearance. Pushface wasn't just a pet. He was a constant presence in Carole's life, even accompanying her on film sets and public appearances. What's truly remarkable is how Carole's love for animals extended beyond her own pets. She was a vocal advocate for animal welfare, often using her celebrity status to raise awareness about the plight of stray animals. During the Great Depression, when many families could no longer afford to care for their pets, Carole reportedly donated large sums of money to animal shelters to ensure that abandoned animals were cared for. She also adopted several stray dogs herself, giving them a second chance at life. Carole's compassion for animals was a defining part of her character, a reflection of her belief that kindness should extend to all living beings, no matter how small. James Stewart. James Stewart, the everyman of Hollywood, was as down-to-earth in real life as he appeared on screen. His love for animals, particularly dogs, was a cornerstone of his personal life. Stewart's most famous companion was a golden retriever named Bo, who was more than just a pet. Bo was a member of the family. The bond between Stewart and Bo was so strong that when the dog passed away, Stewart wrote a heartfelt poem in his honor, which he later read on national television. The poem revealed a deeply emotional side of Stewart that few had ever seen, leaving audiences moved to tears. What's less known is how Stewart's love for animals influenced his life off-screen. He was an avid supporter of animal welfare organizations, often donating anonymously to causes that protected wildlife and domestic animals alike. On his ranch in California, Stewart raised horses and cattle, ensuring that they were treated with the utmost care and respect. His connection to animals wasn't just a hobby. It was a reflection of his values and his belief in the importance of compassion. His quiet dedication to animal welfare remains an inspiring yet often overlooked aspect of his legacy. Bette Davis. Bette Davis, the fiery and uncompromising star of Hollywood's golden age, had a surprising soft spot for animals. Known for her intense performances and sharp tongue, Davis was equally passionate about her pets, particularly her dogs. Her most beloved companion was a cocker spaniel named Zarina, who was a constant presence in her life. Davis often referred to Zarina as her best friend. a sentiment that revealed a tender side to the actress that was rarely seen by the public. What's truly fascinating is how Davis's love for animals extended to her professional life. During the filming of The Little Foxes in the early 1940s, Davis insisted on bringing Zarina to the set, even though it was against studio policy. She argued that having her dog nearby helped her stay calm and focused during the intense production. Beyond her personal pets, Davis was also a supporter of animal rights, often speaking out against the mistreatment of animals in the entertainment industry. Her advocacy was ahead of its time, reflecting a progressive attitude that was rare in Hollywood during that era. Davis's bond with her pets and her commitment to animal welfare added a layer of humanity to her larger-than-life persona, making her legacy all the more compelling. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment. Also, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell to get notified of our new videos each week. Thanks for watching.